Want to know what is wildly underrated? A good neck scarf. I wore one the other day and some of you asked for a tutorial on how to tie them and what tops work best with neckties. It's really that one little accessory that can instantly take an outfit from meh to Marilyn Monroe on a yacht. But for some reason, neck scarves have been stuck in this kind of fashion limbo, either dismissed as old-fashioned or only associated with flight attendants. But in reality, they are one of the most versatile accessories out there, and they really deserve way more appreciation. So today I'm going to show you a few different ways to tie and style your neck scarves, with examples of different necklines, because not every style goes with every neckline. I'll also show you how I fold each one and give you the exact measurements of each scarf, so you know roughly around what size will work for each style. But before we get to the fun part, let's talk a little bit about how neck scarves became such a staple in fashion. Scarves go way back, like ancient Egypt backed. They've been worn for everything from sun protection to social status symbols. And by the time we come up to the 20th century, scarves are everywhere. In the 1920s, silk scarves were worn long and drapey for that effortless chic look. By the 1940s, scarves were a little bit more practical. Of course, women in wartime wore scarves on their head to keep their hair from getting caught in the machinery. But women wore neck scarves as well to add a pop of color and interest to an outfit. Then in the 1950s and 60s, we have Audrey Hepburn and Grace Kelly wearing them tied neatly around the neck, just knotted to the side. And the best part is scarves aren't just for vintage outfits. Even if you're wearing just a simple modern look, adding a vintage style neck scarf can instantly add that kind of old school charm. Think of it as like a time traveling accessory. And let's not forget how useful a neck scarf can be. It's not just about looking fabulous, although that is a major perk. A scarf is a really great way to add a pop of color to an otherwise simple or neutral outfit. And if you love a capsule wardrobe, whether it's for travel or just on the regular, scarves can be a game changer, allowing you to switch up your look without needing an entirely new outfit. And of course, the practicality of scarves. If you've ever put on a top and thought, this V-neck is a little bit lower than I remember, then a scarf can actually be a really perfect stylish fix for that. And of course, to harken back to ancient times, they do help a little bit with sun protection for that delicate décolleté area. Plus, they're great for transitioning between seasons. A light silk scarf for a breezy spring day, or maybe a cozier knit for just a bit of warmth in fall. Basically, it is a small accessory with a big impact. And in my experience, they can be found for a bargain at most thrift stores. Of course, there are going to be more expensive brands and styles out there, but you really don't have to spend a lot for a beautiful scarf. I don't think I've ever paid more than about $5 for any of my scarves. I'm sure that we've all seen the basket full of scarves piled up in thrift stores. All right, let's get into it. Here are 7 fabulous ways to tie and wear a neck scarf, from the elegant to the effortlessly cool. For this first one, you just need your neck scarf and a little hair tie. So we're just going to wrap it around evenly. You're going to space it evenly. Put this on here. And then you're going to lift the tails up and kind of create a little ball right here. And you'll take that ball and you'll wrap the hair tie around that a couple of times. And then just spread that out. And then you have this top portion that you can kind of fluff out into kind of a little rosette. And you can just kind of mess around with it. If it's too tight, just kind of pull it a little bit and it'll loosen up. But that one is incredibly simple. You just need a hair tie and a fairly small scarf. For this next look, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to pretty much achieve the same silhouette. The first way is probably the easiest, and that is by using a scarf clip. They come with this little hinge back that has an open loop, and you just put your neck scarf on, and you want to make sure that the embellished part is sticking up, because that's the part that you want to see. And you're going to just thread the ends of your scarf in and just pull it up and then clip it. So you have a cute little embellishment here. You can also do this with a hair tie and then just put like a brooch on top of it to cover the hair tie. But that's one way to achieve this very similar silhouette. Now for the second look, you're going to take your scarf and you're going to go a little bit longer on one side than the other. You're going to cross that long side over, keep your hand right here holding on to it. Take the back side, the long side over again, and one more time. Then you're going to place the long side through the upper hole and through this little pocket that you've created using your fingers. And it basically creates a tie. So you can adjust this if you want the longer piece and the shorter piece to match a little bit more. But you have a nice little kind of flat surface here, which is great for putting a brooch on. Again, just another added little piece. But yeah, you can leave them kind of uneven, or you can even them out just by adjusting the neck piece here. For this third one, you're going to, again, make one side a little bit longer. It doesn't really matter which side, to be honest, but you're going to make a little knot, just kind of a loose knot. And then through that hole, you're just going to take the end of your other side and then just pull it forward and tighten it up as needed. That's it. It's very simple. For this one, we are using a longer scarf, and if you want, you can fold it in half if it's a little bit wider. I think it'll look nicer if it's a little bit thinner on the around the neck. So you're just going to take your ends evenly and just, I guess, make a bow. You're not making a knot, just making kind of a loose bow. And you want some ends there. That'll leave this loop here. Take that around your neck, and in that loop, you're going to take one of those little bunny ears and then make a little kind of a knot with the remaining ends. And that's it. And you can wear this towards the front, you can wear it off to the side, whatever you are comfortable with. Okay, so for this one, you do want a button-down shirt or something that has a kind of a V-neck or collar, because you're going to be tucking part of it into the shirt. So this does just work better with this type of top. Okay, so we have our scarf, and we're going to make one side pretty long and the other side much shorter. So I'm going to try to get close here so you can see what I'm doing. So we're basically going to make a tie. So the longer side comes over, hold 2 fingers here, it goes under and over those 2 fingers. Try to keep this as flat as possible. Then up through the neck, and then you have your 2 little fingers. You can kind of grab the ends through and pull it down. So you essentially have a tie right now. So then with this longer side, if you kind of open it up a little bit, you're going to take this up once again through the loop on your neck, but don't pull it all the way out. Just kind of gently let it flow. Then you can start to fluff out. This is great if you have a scarf that has a really nice pattern to it. And then you can just kind of keep fluffing that out until you like it. And then this end section just gets stuffed right into your blouse. And there you have it. If you want to, you can actually put a little pin or even a like an old earring. You can kind of just pierce that through and attach it to the back part so it doesn't move around as much, but this works just fine as it is. This is similar to an earlier one, but we're not going to completely fold it. We're just going to keep it in a triangle this time. So just kind of loosely drape it over your shoulders. Take one side and make a knot. Just a nice loose knot, making sure that you have an open hole here through that knot. Take your side, place that into that hole there, and then just kind of loosely drape it around your shoulders. But the great thing is that if you loosen it up just a little bit, and because we didn't fold it, we can now bring this up and cover our hair if it gets windy or it starts to rain, and just tighten it right up, and you are good to go. And then if you no longer need to cover your hair, you just loosen it a little bit, and there you go. Just tighten it as much as you want, and you've got your style back. Okay, this one is a little bit more difficult to explain and to show, but I'll do my best. So here we have our long, kind of silky chiffon scarf, and we're gonna do just slightly longer on one side. And close up to the neck here, we're going to make a knot, a very loose knot, because we're going to need this little space here. So let that kind of dangle down. Now on this side, we're going to start to accordion it up, if that makes sense. So we're kind of folding it up that way. Now, the part that is attached to this back part, we want that to go over this way. So you're probably going to have to hold and switch hands. Now you're going to take the hole from the knot over here and place just half of that accordioned piece. So you have halfway through, half on this side. Then take this and tighten that up, and you have a cute little bow. Now for this one, we're actually going to use a cardigan to create the look. So I have my long scarf here, and we're gonna start by running it through the top button. Now it does work best if you have kind of a higher neckline. So you're going to take, you want it to be somewhat even. And we're going to just make a knot. And we're going to wrap these around our neck, crisscross in the back, and bring forward. And now in that knot, I'm going to open that up, take one end, thread that through, take the other end and thread that through the other side, and then just kind of zhuzh it up the way you like it. And you have a cute little scarf that's incorporated into your cardigan. Okay, there you have it. 7 plus a few extra bonus options, different ways to wear a neck scarf, proving once and for all that this little piece of fabric is basically a vintage fashion powerhouse. Whether you're going for Parisian chic, retro charm, or just trying to add a little bit more interest to your outfit, a scarf has you covered, literally. Leave a comment below telling me which scarf style was your favorite, or do you have a signature way of wearing yours? If you loved this video and want even more scarf styling inspiration, be sure to check out my other videos on tying vintage headscarves and turbans, because why just stop at the neck? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.